Welcome back, family and friends, to another episode of Independent Joe. And tonight, I got a couple of special bottles recently. I'm not going to do a review on two bottles. I don't know why I said a couple of special bottles, but they are special bottles. We don't see them around here, so we do have to, here in Cali, we do have to order outside our area to get these bottles. But you can go to different websites and find these. Heard good things about these two bottles right here. I had this one, good friend of mine, Shane from Storytime Distillery. I was able to obtain one of these from him and fell in love with it. This one was at 115. This one's a little bit lower, and this is the chocolate malt. I'm going to do the caramel malt on its own review. But tonight I'm doing the chocolate malt. I don't know why I didn't say that in the beginning. But nonetheless, this one came in at whopping 115.2. While this one is like 109.6. So a little bit of difference. I'm thinking because they were more concentrating on the sweetness of the whiskey. Now these Hard Truths, at least these bottles right here, use the same process as a sour mash, but they call it a sweet mash. And I guess because it comes off a little bit sweeter, they are using a barely legal rye at 51%, 38% corn, at least for this one. I'll have to look on that one to make sure if it's the same. And then 11% chocolate malt in on this one. I know that one doesn't have that. I have pre-flighted before this with this one so that I kind of have a little bit of that flavor profile on my palate. I did rinse my palate a little bit. So, but I am excited to taste this one right here. And as I stated, it is a sweet mash, sour mash. They will, with that right there, what they're trying to achieve, I guess, is to control the pH balance to kind of, I guess, during the fermentation, they're trying to limit any bacterias or anything in there, and that's why they're using that sour mash process, sweet mash. So pretty cool. The average price for this is between $75 and $90, depending on where you get it from. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what I get off of this and the flavors. I know once when I poured it, that aroma right away was like, you know, like a mocha type chocolatey, no kidding, right? Flavor right off the nose. I didn't put it up to my nose. I didn't go into it yet. But yeah, so off topic real quick. This Friday night coming up, Irish Day. So I'm going to have a live stream, as I always do, after Mad Madness, and I hope to see you guys there. I'm going to have my special guest with me. My daughter's in town visiting from Georgia, and I'm going to introduce her to some Irish and see what she thinks of the different flavors of Irish. I got a few, so pretty good ones, some people might say. So we're gonna go ahead and get into those and try those out. But hope to see you there. It's gonna be an exciting competition with Mad Madness, as it always is. Again, congratulations to David for this past Friday's win, and all of you incredible people who showed up afterwards to support the channel and play that game. Nick the Greek, new Patreon, really appreciate you, brother. Just so happened he didn't even know, but he had won a bottle. I didn't even know he became a Patreon the same night. But appreciate you. It's not a coincidence. It seems like a coincidence because the last person, same thing. I think the same thing happened. So, but really appreciate you supporting the channel, man, and your kind words, messaging me saying what you said. I really appreciate you. But yeah, Friday, be there, be square, be cool. It's okay. I'm gonna be going over some Irish whiskeys, just tasting them, introducing them, see what she thinks of them. She's not a big whiskey drinker or anything. We did do a birthday stream last year for her 21st Now she's 22 and she's getting ready to go on deployment. So we're going to kind of celebrate that a little bit. But yeah, hope to see you there. Let's get back on topic. So let's see, Hard Truth. It's been around since 2015. Kind of, I think it started on like above some type of a pizza shop or something like that. They consider themselves to be the largest craft distillery in Indiana. So that's pretty awesome. They're trying to expand their facilities and trying to go into production for like 24 hours, 7 days a week. So expect to see a lot more from them. These are young whiskeys. I guess I should have looked at the age on these, but this is batch 1 of the chocolate malt. I believe they're around 2 years, and with the color of these bottles, I mean, it's hard to tell that it's that that young. I think it's around 2 years old. But craft distilleries right now are pretty big, coming out pretty strong. A lot of different distilleries like Wyoming. I know Nancy Fraley has her hand in some of that. And then you got Corbin Cash, one of my favorites here in California. And you know, just all the way down the line, craft distilleries are actually coming out swinging, competing with a lot of the bigger, well-known distilleries. So kudos to all those people. I'm going to go ahead and get in on the nose on this so that we can get this party started. Again, I did taste, have it on my palate. It does kind of coat. I mean, it's I don't get any alcohol on the nose. It's not burning my nose or anything like that. So that's a good thing. Kind of the same flavors. It did die down a little bit because when I first poured it and I set it down, I could smell it. I have to get my nose a little bit closer now because the aroma, it's a little settled a little bit. It's been sitting for about, I'll say about 10 minutes. But you got a nice overall sweet, chocolatey, kind of a mocha / coffee tones on the nose. Really nice, really nice. Has a little bit of richness to it, not too much. I won't say that it's like full of flavor. It's weird. I'm getting some kind of pepper on the nose. It's like it's not a cinnamon spice, but some kind of like almost like chili spice on it. It's kind of different. It's different. Overall, though, it does have a nice aroma to it. So far, so good. So let's go ahead and check the palate. It's actually coating a little bit better now. You can see that. Got my Glen. All right, let's go into the taste. Again, appreciate you all. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, subscribers. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't hit subscribe yet. What are you waiting for? Come on. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Ooh. A lot of kick. This is that 115. Ooh, wow. It's like I was getting like a mocha on the nose, but it just turned into like a full-blown coffee bean, freshly ground coffee beans. Really, it's pretty rich in flavor for being such a young whiskey. And again, I'm assuming, I think it's 2 years old. I think I've heard it was 2 years old. Please put in the comments if I'm wrong on that. I'm gonna do the research right after this because I wrote a bunch of stuff down that I have right here, but forgot to write down how old this was, and I think it's between 2 and 3 years old. But really good. Man, really overpowering once you put it on your palate, and I get those fresh coffee grounds. And if you're a fan of coffee, you're gonna really like this one. When it dies down a little bit, it turns into kind of like a fudgesicle. A little bit of some oak on there. Overall, though, really nice in flavor, and it continues, and you still got those coffee grounds on the palate. Doesn't have, surprisingly, it isn't really grainy. for a young whiskey. It's not really grainy. These are aged in American oak barrels. Doesn't say new American oak, so I'm not sure. When I was looking it up, it didn't say whether it was new American oak or just American oak. Excuse me. Kind of like, it's a weird, like almost chili pepper for the spice. Even on the palate, it was spicy, especially for at this proof point. It almost overtook this one, and this was at 115. Yeah, same thing. It coats the palate pretty well. Full on coffee grains. This is so different in flavors. It's unlike anything that I've tasted. Price point, $75 to $90, depending on which market you're finding it in. And most of it's going to be out there in the Midwest, you know, in Indiana area and Kentucky and all the areas down there. I think it might get as far as in the Carolinas too. Yeah, but if you really like coffee, I'm gonna say this is just so coffee forward, and I hate to say that because some people might be put off, and those chocolate notes at the end stick around as I'm talking. It doesn't dry the palate at all, and again, especially at 109, you got a higher mid-tier proof whiskey, and it's not over drying for the age. Normally you get that higher alcohol content at 109 or 110ish, and it's going to dry your palate a little bit because of the young whiskey. The alcohol is normally going to overpower it. Don't get any of that on the palate. It's just fresh coffee grounds. If you like that aroma, if you like that flavor when you smell it and you get it that aroma on your palate, it's actually pretty darn good. Can't wait to share this with people to get their thoughts on it. And yeah, so that's all I got for you. Don't forget, again, Friday, be there, be square, around 8 p.m. I'm going to start right on time. Normally, I think Matt usually goes for a few hours and maybe a little bit over, but I'll probably start right at 8 p.m. Just so that when I have my daughter here, we're not drinking too late. But really appreciate everybody out there. Can't wait to see you guys, and have a good morning, afternoon, good night, whatever time you're watching this, and I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate you. Cheers.